building your own computer can be a rewarding and satisfying experience. It can also be a daunting task for those who have never done it before. In this guide, I will provide a step-by-step process for building your own computer and list vendors for purchasing parts. Step 1. Determine your needs and budget before starting the build. It is important to determine what you will be using the computer for and how much you can afford to spend. This will help you decide which parts to purchase and ensure that you don't overspend on unnecessary components. Step 2. Choose your components. Once you have determined your needs and budget, it is time to choose the components for your computer. These are the essential components that you will need to purchase: processor, CPU, motherboard, random access memory, RAM, storage, SSD or HDD, graphics card, GPU, if you will be using your computer for gaming or graphic design, power supply unit, PSU, case, cooling solution, fans or liquid cooling. It is important to ensure that all of these components are compatible with each other. You can use websites like PC Part Picker to check the compatibility of the parts you choose. Step 3. Purchase your components. Once you have chosen your components, it is time to purchase them. Here are some recommended vendors: Newegg, Amazon, Micro Center, B&H, Best Buy. Step 4. Assemble your computer. Now it's time to start building your computer. Here are the steps. Install the power supply unit, PSU, in the case. Ensure that it is secured properly with screws. Install the motherboard into the case. Again, ensure that it is secured with screws. Install the CPU and CPU cooler. Apply thermal paste to the CPU before installing the cooler. Be sure to follow the instructions provided with the cooler. Install the RAM into the appropriate slots on the motherboard. Be sure to follow the instructions provided with the RAM. Install the storage, SSD or HDD, into the appropriate bay in the case. Install the graphics card, GPU, into the appropriate PCIe slot on the motherboard. Be sure to follow the instructions provided with the GPU. Connect all necessary cables from the PSU to the components. This includes the 24-pin motherboard cable, the 8-pin CPU cable, and any additional cables required for the GPU. Connect any necessary cables for the case. This includes the power button, USB ports, and audio jacks. Turn on the computer and enter the BIOS to ensure that all components are detected and operating properly. Step 5. Install operating system and drivers. Once your computer is assembled, it's time to install the operating system and drivers. You can purchase an operating system from vendors like Microsoft or use a free, open-source option like Linux. You can download drivers from the websites of the manufacturers of your components. Congratulations! You have successfully built your own computer. Note, if you are unsure about any of the steps, it is recommended that you seek the help of a professional or experienced builder. Building a computer can be a challenging task, and it's important to ensure that you are doing it safely and correctly.